Boom, 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 boom. All right. So this video here, we're going to talk about Luna. I'm going to be saying that a couple times. In the meantime, this video is really for Kevin, the creator of this app. I'm just going to be going through the different phone settings, at least on mobile. And then we're going to go from the mobile settings. I'm going to break down a little bit of the chart. And then I'm going to go into some of the Luna features that are helpful for when you're learning how to read your own chart, or if you're just starting astrology, this is going to be very helpful for you in how to actually read your own chart. And then also, secondly, how to break it down using the Luna app. So go ahead and type in your rising sign. If you're here, we're going to talk about specifically, let's go through. So Luna is a app that allows you to look at your chart. It's extremely helpful to use. Right now we're looking at this is the Lahiri system, which is Sidereal Astrology right here. So Lahiri, we are inside of Leo Sun currently. So for those of you who, like Lahiri, are interested inside of Sidereal Astrology, this Luna app here does have it. It's a cloud-based app. It's also, you can use it perfectly on the computer. It's really, for me, I like it because it is so smooth. I like the feel. I think it's just a great app to look at your birth chart with. So when we're looking at this chart here, this is the Lahiri system. The nice thing is everything is very well color coordinated. That's what I like. And also there's a lot of asteroid features that are helpful. So nice. We have a Leo rising in the room and a Libra. So as you can see, Leo is going to be affecting your Leo rising with Mars, the midheaven, and the sun right now. Mars is this red symbol, glyph. And then midheaven, Mars represents will. Midheaven represents how society sees you. The sun represents your battery. All right. For Libra right now, it looks like Libra's on the ascendant for, Libra's on the ascendant. So you're going to be experiencing ascendant, sun, synastry. Synastry, by the way, is the relationship between one person, place, or thing and another person, place, or thing. So if you know your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, any of these, you can use them. Your Mercury, your Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, you can use them to run synastry charts, which I'll show you in a little bit. So go ahead and check out Luna. This is, like I said before, the sidereal chart. This right here is the tropical chart. The tropical chart's really helpful. Go ahead and type 555 in the chat if you can hear me. This is really helpful. The tropical chart is helpful if you are studying the Hellenistic, Western version of astrology, the Babylonian style. There's many other pieces that go into that, but for the sake of time, this is just another system that we can use here to understand our natal chart a little bit better and give us the information that we're looking for. So I really like the way that the glyphs are shaped inside of the actual entire wheel. And each wheel, if you don't have any idea what the different houses are, I'm going to break them down really quickly. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen, go ahead and grab it. I'm also going to be briefly covering the planets just throughout this whole thing. So the first house is the house of being, you, yourself, your personality. So right now in tropical, we've got Scorpio on the ascendant, where I am, where I'm located. So this is very helpful for, understanding the strategy. The first house and the ascendant, when I combine them into one, from two into one, I like to call them the strategy. It's your approach. It's how you move into what it is that you're looking to do with your natal chart. So I think that's super helpful. So next we go into the second house. Also, if you need anything from me, hit the link in my bio. I have a lot of really cool resources. I do have another account. It's a bigger account, but we're figuring some things out right now. So, hello everyone. So this is another system. It's really helpful. The second house represents your resources, things like money, people, locations, real estate, land, tangible, anything that's tangible in the physical world, 2D. Anything in the 3D, third house is going to come through as conversations, siblings, neighborhoods, the architecture of your world on a mental level. All right. So go ahead and type 1, 2, 3 if you understand the first, second, and third house as I just explained them. And then I'm going to keep it moving with the slides. So here we have an infographic. This is a setting inside of Luna Astrology here. Really the nice thing is Luna is very helpful for understanding the breakdown of the actual chart. So when we have the breakdown of the actual chart, we can see here, and this is, we went back to Lahiri, by the way. We're using Sidereal Astrology for a second. So the ascendant is on Virgo. The moon is in Aries today. And the rising, sun in Virgo, moon in Aries, rising is Scorpio. All right. That's what today is. Any child born today would have that as a big 3 at this time in particular. All right. Any child even conceived at this time would have that particular chart. So you can't see anything. Who can't see anything? Is that everybody? All right. So now disseminating moon means a need to act. A lot of people right now have gone through a lot of changes in their life and experience that is asking them to deliberately alter and really function in a new space. So how do we do this? It's going to be helpful for us to do this. Virgo, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, Taurus, Rising, hello, welcome. Being deliberate about what we've experienced and transforming that into things that we can share with people is very helpful. So for example, I started using Luna in December. I'm doing a presentation about it today because I really enjoy it. All right. And I think it can really help other people understand how to read their own chart, because that's going to be very normalized in a very short amount of time. I would say 2 years or less. I'm being optimistic. The video's frozen. You're the only one who's saying that. So I'll post it on YouTube as well. Go follow my YouTube channel. I think it's hooked up to my account. If it's not, the YouTube channel is called Ascend Sun, 2 words. So the need to act here shows up when we have great revelations come to light and we act on our purpose with clarity. Now the light of the full moon is expressed with the time to really take an original impulse to make things happen. The energy is still high and it's time to act on this phase of your life because you can reach your fullest potential. Also, you may have a desire to share what you've learned and discovered. Okay? So that's what this energy of this moon, sun, and rising is for us. When we look at the rest of the chart inside of Luna, when we look at the qualities, we can see here that the qualities of cardinal are at 30%. I believe The fixed is the gray. Here, let me just double check. Okay, all that in air, all that in earth. So when we're looking at the different aspects of the chart, what we're doing is really breaking down what it is that we want to see. All right, and Luna is just a really great system because it has these charts set up so that you can see all of these things really easily for yourself and understand what's going on with your chart. There's also some other features with like aspects. Who knows what aspects are? Let me know if you know what any of these points or asteroids are also. These are helpful to know. If you don't know them, I will definitely take note. If you know your North Node, your Vertex, your Black Moon Lilith, your Pholus, your Pallas, your Juno, these are all points and asteroids in your chart that can be really helpful in understanding. Your North Node will represent it's where the head of your soul is always stepping towards. So whenever you're leaning into a new project, thing, idea, relationship, your node should always be considered. Vertex is usually a challenging but very rewarding vertex where if you meet the challenge and you overcome it over time, which you will if you never stop, it will give you a massive reward. It can also show a lot its positive sides in relationships as well. Your Black Moon Lilith talks and speaks to your trauma and things that you experience as a person based on your trauma and based on the things that you do and have gotten things done to you. Pholus is one of the centaurs. Pholus represents how we experiment, how we take risk, how we enter other dimensions internally. When we have an idea, when we have a thought, when we experiment with anything, when we put something in our bodies and when we put our bodies in something. All right. Pallas here. Pallas represents relationships from the scope of the literature and the art. I consider it the way we like hold our flag, our morals in a setting. And Juno here shows how we are in committed relationships, how we show up. It also does show fertility. There's a movie called Juno that was made in Minnesota that talks about fertility. So if you're ever looking for fertility, if you're ever looking for how to experiment, if you're ever looking for any of these things that I mentioned earlier, this is all inside of the Luna app for you, which is really great. They also have midpoints created. You can share and give people your chart or make a chart for them. This is my personal chart here. This is my tropical chart. I am an Aries Venus in tropical astrology. Aries rising, Pisces sun, Sag moon. This is in Vedic Lahiri. I am a Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Sag moon. So these are just some dope features I wanted to show you here. The bulk of it is just amazing. Kevin, I look forward to showing this video to you. Everyone who is here, gratitude for being here. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them right now about charts, astrology, about Luna. I'll give you like a couple minutes. I think this video is almost around 15 minutes already. So Capricorn sun, Scorpio moon, Libra rising. What's good? How are you doing? How are we doing today? What color should we dye my hair, folks? Let's get some superficial questions going too. Did I make this app? No. Kevin did. Kevin made Luna Astrology. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Also, I do make music. Go ahead and follow that. It's in the link in my bio. This is my music account that I'm using. Once we hit 10K, I'll start dropping songs immediately. Yeah, you are likely to be attracted to someone with your rising sign in Venus. That's one. Anytime you have aspects to Venus, you're probably gonna like that person. Opposites to Venus, conjunctions to Venus. Conjunctions mean in the same house, in the same sign. Also, if it's trining Venus, so if it's in the same element, like fire, earth, air, water, those are really good too. And you can see that in my chart. I have, well, this is my progress chart. Okay. I was like, where is everything? So I have a Pisces Venus, I have Pluto, Scorpio, and I have Cancer Mars. So that's a trine because they're all water signs. So if you have a trine, like the same element in someone else's chart, that will be you'll love that internally for synastry. Facts. Rising sign or your ascendant on anyone's planets is going to feel typically good. Mars and Pluto and Uranus may be a little bit more unique flavors of good, but definitely you thought I was on a whole nother level. I do teach astrology. I don't know if you've seen my other account. It's Sunny MF Money, Sunny motherfucking Money. We talk astrology over there too. So you can go check out that page. This is my backup. Can everyone type 444 for me quick in the chat box? Just so I know you're real and alive. And it helps with the analytics a lot. Engagement is always good. Cool. Anyone else have any questions before I head out? You can ask pretty much anything. What's your question? If your big three are all fire signs, that means your big three are in a triangle. It may not be an exact triangle because the degrees have to typically add up to, I believe, 180. Yeah. So if that's the case and they're in a trine, that means that the way your strategy, your rising sign, your battery, the energy that you have, and your emotions are all supporting each other. So when you do things, you should trust that those things are going to be good for inspiring and encouraging other people. Fire in astrology, whether it's Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, really should focus on inspiring other people to inspire themselves. The more they inspire people, the more like they just do things that are good for other people, the more they tap into that energy. I do have a 12th house stellium. Yep, it's fun. All right, y'all, go and check out the YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Gratitude for being here. I'm going to go do some more Virgoing. I'm turning into a Virgo because it's Virgo season. And it just sounds like a good idea. Peace.